Hi, nice to see you all back on the channel today. You know, as makers we are always in need of a kind of third hand or a helping hand. And there are tons of products out there, for example this guy or these things. They're cheap, they're out there, they're good right out of the box. But after years of use, I bought this I think 4 years ago, it is time to modify and to give it even a bit more value. So what we want to do, some nice little modifications to make a good product even better. Alright, what kind of modifications do we want to do? So at first I want to increase the strength of the grip, or of the, not of the grip, of the whole arm. As you can see, if you want to hold a tool, they are not strong enough, and these products, some joints are very light to bend, like this one, and some are really heavy. So I want to make a stronger arm. That's modification number one. Modification number two, these little clippers, these alligator clamps, you know, they are not, wait a minute, I zoom a little bit in. They are not, you know, not flexible enough. I want to make a kind of universal tool holder to just replace, if I need, one of these alligator clips. And I want to make a nice easy modification to these clamps. You can just mount it on any surface, any table surface, but you need the whole range here. If you just have a small piece, then they easily fall off and bend over. So what I did until now with one of these things, I just screwed it to my workbench, or in that case to my place where I do my soldering and electronic stuff. But that is not very flexible. So I want to make a different clamp, stronger arm, and a better kind of clip system. Yeah, let's go. I removed two of the segments. And what I want to do is I want to use a screw to mount the whole holder to this clamp. You can clearly use this lower part if you have the right nut for this kind of thread. So I don't have that and I don't want to use that. There is a little step in here so that this little nut or this little bolt will hold in here, and I can use a nut to screw it tight. This will be the angle iron or metal bracket for my universal tool holder. Actually, this is a leftover from IKEA shelves. It has 4 6mm holes so that I can mount different gear or tools. You do not have necessarily to have this kind of bracket. Any angle iron will do the trick. So to keep this piece with the heavy equipment and this mounting part a bit more stability, I want to reinforce this by this twisted copper wire, and this should do the trick, especially for the rotation part. That is the weakness of the segment tubes. You can very easily rotate them, and this is something that should provide more stability. In this step now we have to make sure that the copper wire inside the plastic tube is not bending or turning with the tube. And this is achieved by two little holes I drilled through from the inside to the outside and fit the ends of the copper wires through that. So that if I bend the tube, the copper wire ends stay in place or staying in place. That leads to this increase in stiffness. I do that on the base mount and on the tool mount. Just a short explanation to the twisted copper wire. It is very easy to get these twisted copper wires. Go to an old house or maybe to your neighbor, rip one cable out of the wall and get rid of the plastics around the copper wires. Take two of these and twist them with your cordless drill. Okay, here we have now our new modified third arm. I really like how easy it is to travel around the shop with this thing, so that I can carry my multimeter or whatever it is to every spot wherever I need it. Yeah, I like this clamp system. That's great. And I really like the reinforced arm that can now carry much more load than the unmodified ones. So it is easy to carry my multimeter, my fume extractor, or whatever you otherwise attaching to that. For example, my flashlight I also attach to that. That's very handy. And I still have these unmodified arms with the alligator clips. You can multiply the arms by these little adapters, this 1 and 2 adapter. So you can make 3, 4 arms or just make one arm. If this all is in the way, you can just make it to this, or even remove this one if you just need a tool holder. Yeah, I really like that build, or that modification it is, and I hope you like that too. As always, share, like, subscribe, give me some comments. I hope I see you next time around. Happy crafting!